Hey, how's it going? YattaMagnus here. Today, welcome to Movie Club. Welcome to Movie Club. Today we're going to talk about my favorite movie of all time, Ghostbusters. So, I told you guys that I was going to be watching Ghostbusters 1. You know, you're always invited to watch number 2 and the Ghostbusters Answer the Call. You guys are more than welcome to watch those. And honestly, I feel like I picked Ghostbusters because I really wanted to trick myself into going and rewatching the Ghostbusters Answer the Call. So that's what I just got done doing. And you know what, let me tell you, it's better than I remembered it. So it's not perfect. It's really cartoony. It has like kind of a Scooby-Doo vibe to it, you know, the way the characters interact with each other. But it's a pretty good cartoon, you know, live action cartoon. And one of the things that I did while I was doing it is I'm like, you know what, some of the scenes in this movie, they're actually pretty fun. Like there's the dragon at the concert, the dragon demon. The fight scene at the end, you know, there's a lot of really fun stuff, you know, but between scenes sometimes it just really loses some steam. So I made a little time code for myself. Maybe I'll share it with you guys so that if I'm watching something I can fast forward to the next part, you know, or you know, if I want to skip right to the battle scene in Times Square, whatever. Anyways, there's a lot to like, but there's a lot that I kind of want to fast forward through. And skipping to the best scenes, you know, they do really well. Like, a lot of scenes really work in that movie, but they work within that movie, you know, and that's the problem with fandom, is you can kind of get a little bit overzealous about what movie belongs in what series. You know, Star Wars fans are notorious for hating on the new movies because, here, I'm gonna take that off. My forehead's huge. Whatever. But Star Wars fans are notorious for hating on their own movies, you know. And you know what? As a Ghostbusters fan, I've loved Ghostbusters since I was a little kid. You know, I grew up, you know, being a Ghostbuster for Halloween, wearing the power pack, having the toys, the real Ghostbusters, drinking the Ecto Cooler slime stuff. You know, I had a lot of it was being a Ghostbusters kid was a good time because you were a ghost hunter, you know, you were there to take care of business. Who you gonna call, you know? It's like the Ghostbusters were kind of the ultimate, like, you know, they were like dads. They were like dad-aged guys who are out doing their job. They're just there to do their job. Call them up, you know? Again, utility guys, plumbers, electricians, cable guys, internet guys, you know, carpenters, you know, freaking construction guys. They're just dads out there doing their job. And as a dad, I appreciate little kids liking Ghostbusters because it's a way to fight the spooky, you know, it's a way to get into the season of Halloween or any time of year. Honestly, I've seen Ghostbusters countless times. It's not just a Halloween movie for me, but like it's one of those things that you can kind of feel a sense of control, you know. I ain't afraid. And honestly, I've got a little bit of a fear of ghosts. If you know me, I've got some ghost stories. I've got some, you know, scary ghosty things that give me the creepy crawlies, but I want to take power over that. I want to be a Ghostbuster. Always have my whole life. So, yeah. Anyways, kids love Ghostbusters. If they're gonna love the new Ghostbusters Answer the Call, let them. Like, it's not bad. There's just some scenes, not really scenes, but just it carries on. It goes too long, you know, it's like boring, but man, when it hits good, and there's lots of really crazy colors. And one of the things that I noticed this time that I didn't notice ever before, because I didn't see the movie in 3D in the movie theater, which after seeing it, I'm going back to Answer the Call now, but after watching Answer the Call, there's these the lightning bolts. Anytime there's a ghost that goes above the widescreen frame, it kind of reaches through the black, like the black bars that you'll see on your TV or on your phone. And it kind of creates a sense of watching something in 3D. but it's just a 2D presentation. And so I thought that was really cool. Anytime a ghost showed up, it would kind of skip through the frame. I'll include a couple videos examples. I just recorded my TV because I wanted to show the TV in frame and kind of what it looked like coming at you. And, you know, they would shoot their proton blasters and they'd all be lined up, and the proton blasters are blasting through the black letterbox stuff. And yeah, it was really cool. I was really impressed by it. And I don't know if maybe the version of the movie I saw originally when it first came out was one that did that. I don't know if that's like a special edition type thing. I think I watched the extended cut, and so maybe it's something that's special on that cut. I don't know, versus the theatrical. But also, I'm kind of sad that I missed it in movie theaters, because in 3D, it actually would have been really cool. Anyways, back to Ghostbusters. Now, I really, you know, I've kind of not been like really outspoken about not liking Ghostbusters, the 2016 Answer the Call movie, but it's one of those things where, again, if you go into it with the wrong attitude, again, back to the toxic fan base, that's what I was talking about. So if you become a member of a toxic fan base and you just want to hate on stuff, you know, you got to kind of learn to identify that in yourself. You know, oh, that episode sucked, that movie sucked, that blah 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 blah. You know, it's a way to get real negative real fast. And being able to just separate yourself from that, I think, is important. And I wanted to do Ghostbusters, like I said, trick myself into watching Answer the Call, and really kind of address that within myself, because, you know, as a huge Ghostbusters fan, Ghostbuster kid growing up, blah blah blah, I didn't really want to like the new one. I didn't want to see it. I didn't care to see it in theaters. But then as my kids showed interest in it, I'm like, well, hell yeah, man, bring on the Ghostbusters. My sister got this for a birthday or Christmas present for my son. And it's the female power pack. It doesn't matter. Why is it the female power pack? Why do people think of it that way? You know what I mean? So anyways, I came into watching this, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to watch this just loving Ghostbusters. Just forgetting everything, trying to get into the mind of, you know, a 6-year-old boy, and just watch Ghostbusters. And yeah, if I was watching any version of Ghostbusters, the 1984 movie, the number 2, you know, or this one, there's boring parts, you know, there really is. And the first Ghostbusters movie, a lot of the humor is very dry, it's very, you know, blah blah blah. But then you get to the scene like in the hotel where they go and fight Slimer. And if you show somebody that scene when they get to the Sedgwick Hotel and just say, watch this scene, and you just show them to the end when they catch the ghost and leave, that's like one of the best movie scenes of all time, just contained. You know, it's got the suspense, it's got them searching around these narrow hallways, you know, Venkman gets slimed, they're, you know, they almost shoot that lady with the toilet paper that catches on fire. And then they go down and they're wrecking the dining room and they're breaking everything. He does Venkman does the flowers are still standing. And it's just everything about that, you know, getting the Slimer, he's the green goopy one, he's pouring food all over. Just that scene is genius. And you show that to any kid, any old person, any human being, you can't not like that. You can't not like that scene. And I'm letting the crazy Ghostbuster fan out right now. But in the new movie, let's compare that scene to it's the scene in like a rock concert, and they go in, there's like scary mannequins, they're searching around for it's kind of their first big job. But they go in and they're looking for the ghosts, and they have the confrontation, and everyone in the audience cheers, and, you know, it's just super, you know, kind of like a big spectacular, ta-da, this is us moment, you know, and at the end, all the reporters come, and they're like, ghosts are real, you know what I mean? And, yeah, it does a pretty good job, too. Like, that scene on its own, even if you just, as a Ghostbusters fan, open yourself up to watch like one scene, you know, or you watch like the end battle scene, and you just let the 6-year-old watch it. It's really good. Like it's like okay, it's really fun. It's really fun, you know, that she's got the 2 guns, bam, 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 bam. They've got that blaster thing, you know, like there's something about Ghostbusters that always like appeals to young kids. Again, I think taking control of the spooky in your life, and there's so much that I want to talk about in this episode, but I kind of turned it into the answer the call. You guys, if you guys are Ghostbusters fans and you tuned in for this movie club to watch Ghostbusters, I give answer the call another shot, because honestly, it's not as bad as you might think. And yeah, just fast forward it when it gets boring. But anyways, back to the Ghostbusters. With a movie like Answer the Call, it at least helps keep Ghostbusters relevant, you know, and it keeps it in the limelight, keeps people talking about it. But that being said, the original Ghostbusters is timeless. Timeless. I didn't watch Ghostbusters 2 on this movie club, this week of movie club, because it's a Christmas movie. And I'm going to watch Ghostbusters 2 around Christmas. So maybe I'll do another movie club close to Christmas. Let me know in the comments or anything if you guys are interested in me picking out some unconventional, you know, Christmas type movies to do a movie club. If not, you can go watch the normal ones and do your own thing. But the point of movie club, in my mind, is to either you guys participate in movie club and come watch it, and then hear me talk about it, leave me comments if you have something to say and I'll respond. Or if it's a movie you have seen before, like Ghostbusters, and then you watch my episode, then maybe it'll help you want to go watch Ghostbusters again, hearing me talk about it. And I'm not spoiling anything because you've seen the movie. But that's what movie club's all about. So anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me, talking about Ghostbusters. You know, I'm a huge fan, have been my whole life, will continue to be, and I'm super happy that the legacy lives on in my kids. They love Ghostbusters also. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Don't be afraid of ghosts. You know, there's who you gonna call? Ghostbusters. This got a little bit out of control at the end here. So yeah, thanks for coming and hanging out. Thanks for doing movie club. Thanks for, you know, whatever. Thanks for everything. You know, peace.